it's a really beautiful thing to take time out of our week to honor a part of Earth that we get to play with. And everyone who's here obviously honors the mushrooms. That's why we're here. And Anela, I was just feeling into this today. We spoke last night, and something that Anela said was really powerful. She said, we keep putting the call out, no matter the response. And both Erica and I really paused on that. I wrote it down. We keep putting the call out, no matter the response. I was really feeling the vulnerability of power in opening up trust that someone will hear the call. And the reason why we're all here today is because Anela heard the call and she responded. And then I heard the call from Anela and I responded. And now you beautiful women heard the call and responded. And that means something. It means there's something resonant in the call. Otherwise, we wouldn't respond. And so in honor of resonance, which is just one of the most exquisite gifts that the mushrooms give us, is a deeper attunement with resonance. I mean, my God, the hair is standing up on my arms, feeling into the attuned resonance that the mushrooms potentiate for us. Wow. Because they're electric communicators. And so to begin to tune into this space with all of us here together. Anytime we're coming into an agreed upon space-time container, it takes a minute for all of us, all of our cells, to arrive and to tune into where we are. So you may even notice that in this moment, it feels a little different from when you first pushed the button. We're starting to arrive. We're starting to land. And so to get there a little more deeply, I'd like us to take our hands and rub our hands on some surface. Just rub your hands on any surface. It could be each other. It could be your body. It could be fabric. But rub, 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 rub. And really start to tune the mind's eye into the sense on the hands. And when you feel ready, stop, bring the hands up towards the eyes, hover them over the face. Feel the resonance here. Let this heightened sensation of resonant frequency drop you deeper into here. Because as we like to say, we get to be here. Feel free to move your hands around your face, hover over the eyes, the ears, slowly, the throat, intuitively play. Take a deep breath in, exhale through the mouth. Feel how that affected your hands. Let your hands, let your breath bring you here. For me, I'm being guided to bring my hands down over the heart. Down to the belly. Down to my lap. For me, my palms naturally wanted to be up in this moment. These are all suggestions. Breathe here. Allow yourself to arrive. We first do that by connecting with ourselves. Let's take another collective breath in through the nose together, feeling our togetherness. And exhale. At your readiness, let the eyes start to open. Anela and I are so honored to host this important gathering. I'll give you a little rundown of how this is going to go so that we have a sense of things, because I think that's helpful for people. After I finish my little welcome spiel, conversation starter, Anela is going to take us into our own version of mycelium, our fascia, and we will tune into the consciousness of our fascia together. And then we are going to share our love stories, our mushroom love stories. We all will have time for some storytelling. And then we're going to have a different kind of gratitude practice to kind of ground and end our ceremony today. Everything that exists in the infinity container is meant to help us integrate deeper. And my God, the mushrooms are such a powerful, powerful ally to allow us to see our blind spots, to allow us to feel the parenting in our bodies that we didn't receive, so that we can become more in tune with a fuller expression of who we are. And this isn't about integrating more deeply with our individualism. The mushrooms remind us with every step of becoming that all of this is about our interconnectedness. And all of our interconnectedness is about strengthening our intraconnected body, Earth. They always remind us that we get to have choice with our pacing in our becoming, with the frequency and titration of our becoming. And I think we could all agree on this, the clarity of direction to go in. And they offer all of this to us from the consciousness of both the wise elder and the small child, reminding us the full spectrum of who we are. How incredible is that? And so, of course, when Anela told me she heard the call, I said, absolutely, we have to come together and honor, celebrate something that has helped all of us. And for many of us, I'm going to say for all of us, it has also helped the people around us and the communities that we live in and the communities that we work in and the people that we have opportunity to attune to. And I wrote a little bit about this in a newsletter that went out for this event, but as we've been working with the mushrooms in the infinity container this month, what has become such a deep question that then becomes my teaching: how do we help people trust in this ecosystem? How do we help people trust in interconnectedness? How do we help people trust that we are a part of the same body, and allow that consciousness to help inform behavior in a time where there is so much distrust? And so again, in why it's important that we're here, I really want us all to take a moment to really ground into how important it is right now that each of us ripples out the consciousness of our interconnected ecosystem, to remember how to trust in it. And that doesn't mean we go straight into danger with an open heart. No, we have discernment. But if we cut ourselves off, we cut ourselves off from our power. And I don't know about any of you, but it feels really important that we put our energy into that discerning intraconnectedness. One thing that came up in some of the practices this month as I was pulling mushroom cards, the spores kept coming up, the earth star kept coming up, the belly mushroom that when you go and the spores, they just, right, that kept coming up. And I'm here in New York right now, and this is where I'm from, and I don't live here anymore. And there's all these touch points that I'm hitting. And they're important touch points, bringing up parts of my history, bringing up parts of the people I've worked with, the memories of different homes I worked in, and neighborhoods I worked in, and schools I worked in, and subway routes I would take. And, you know, it wakes so much of our bodies up, right? That history that just becomes really enlivened. And the people I'm getting to see, one of them's right in there, Erica, right? I'm getting to play with my sister, Erica. And being embodied here, and thinking about the spores and my gills, and letting the spores come out through my gills. I've been really thinking about what's in these spores. What do I want to leave as I'm touching these places? What energy am I allowing to help proliferate something that I believe in? Spaces of cities that we love, that we're connected to. How do we allow some of that energy that comes from deep in our bellies to come up and out and linger and infiltrate and play and enliven? And so these are some of the things that I've been thinking about as I've been in this practice of celebrating these mushrooms this month. And in honor of the interconnected network, the mycelial energy, the communication that happens with such ease. we're going to play with our fascia, our mycelial network. And we're so lucky to have dear Anella on with us to help us tune into that part of us. I'm going to hand it over to Anella.